Hey guys, today, of course, as I had to say, is the video where I'm going to talk about my on ranking on all 40 songs in both semifinals and this year's San Marino Song Contest, which just ended with San Hit returning to the Eurovision Song Contest for some reason. But yeah, of course, there are a couple of things that I have to note because some of the songs that are listed here are decent, were or what, but some of them are good. But I'm gonna explain a little bit more right here in today's ranking video. So let's get started with the first semifinal, which happened on March 4th, the same night as the Romanian national selection. So I'm gonna share my top 20 for the semifinal one right now. And I'm not gonna share any thoughts about it. I'm just saying my rankings on 8 of them. So let's do it. So let's get started. So first off, Nice Scream with Not the Winner, C tier. Yume with Paua Diamare, B minus. Doja, we'll talk about it, B tier. Lorenzo Bonfire with Odd Guilt, B tier. Wyan Song with Break the Cage, B plus, of course. Giacomo Voli with Vigaro, also B plus. And along with it, Capabro with Lavoreva Shivo, Metivia with Attention Seeker, Erisu with Ghost of Ninive, Stefano with Pesce Rosso, and Matias Ferreira with Paula, which is entrant that already made it to the final, so we know. And lastly, Star Guy with Star Shades. Here's a little fact about him. That is actually Amy's sister for some, or brother, sorry. Amy's brother for some reason. In case you remember about Emmy, she participated in Eurovision and as Ireland's representative last year, which is the latest as of this point. So Star Shades is getting a B plus. So that's for the B plus stuff. Now on to the A minus tier, of course. Alien cut featuring Taima, Eternia, Martina with My Insanity, Peregrina Pibigas with Il Giorno Che, Mikey with Out of Tune, and Quattro Calamano with Twilight, which for some reason it's just a song. It explains the movie, which is weird. And lastly, of course, Sheila with Semretorques. Yes, Sheila. Of course, if you remember about her, she did participate in the Festival of Kinji. So interesting to have Sheila here, despite the fact that I think, if I remember correctly, I think I ranked it up B ish, B plus. I don't know. From what I can remember, I don't know. But as of this point, I have to put in an A minus. I can't remember what's my ranking on her and my FIK ranking video, but I'm gonna check later. But Sheila gets an A minus for me in this. So now on to my only two A tier entries. Of course, there are Orphe and Anna Smith already qualified for the final. So let's move on now. Semi-final 2 took place on Thursday, and we have some of the other semi-finalists. Of course, we know 5 of them made it through. We know Maya, Yuna, Clem, Luca Pasi, and what's that other one? I think. Hold on, let me look. Magdalena Tool. Those 5 made it to the final. And oh, by the way, Mariah, one of the semi-finalists, was supposed to be a finalist, but the juries didn't even have to choose them. It instead was Maya. So, yeah. So let's just get to it. So Lupi Manaja with Ignoratita. It's not a great song, so D plus. Marcos Sparbati with Pretty Little Secret, C tier. Il Red, Playlist and Loop, B minus. Maya Susana, My Sin, B tier. Luca, Riverdance, B tier. Nicolo Diori, Mi ucciderai per sempre, B tier. Paolo Martini, Fa Serem, B tier. Ciro Madaluno with Distrato, B tier. And Utopia Twins Evalubi with Fake Smile, B tier. On to the 3 songs that made it to B plus. Shanova Shan, which did participated in Ethnicos Telecos last year. Now she's on this with Unbreakable, which didn't make it through, so B plus, of course. Nova Blue with Muyo Defame, and Deva with Mi Fa Male America, so all of them get B plus. On to the A minus, we have Luna with Freedom Calling, Atwood with Midnight Alibi, Magdalena Tul with I'll Be Around, Clay with OK Respira, Zazina Kelsey with You Raise Me High, and Luca Pasi with Chicolo. And lastly, the A tier, of course. Those two didn't make it to the final, which is unfortunate. So Mariah with Alu Alu, which is very interesting, and Eliza with The Alchemist. So that's it for my, pretty much obligatory San Marino song contest semi-final ranking video. So I did rank all the songs before I think the final was aired. I think all of them, some of them were, I think all the performances. So yeah, thankfully for me, I was able to do that before the final even aired. So that was something. But at least I have, I'm okay or with that selection. There were some songs that weren't good. Some of them were decent. Some of them were meh. Some of them are good, but at least San Marino has a couple of variety, especially when it comes to that. But thankfully, they just toned down the semi-final a bit from 8 to 2, which is great because that doesn't even consume much time. So thankfully for that, and this was to avoid. This was made to because they just wanted to avoid getting budget cuts. So what a strategic move that proved financially okay, to be honest. So at least there's that. So that's it for my, you know, ranking video for all of the 40 semifinalists in this year's San Marino Song Contest, which is great, to be honest, because which is great to have a small amount of semifinalists, which is nice. So thankfully for our TV San Marino, they decided to tone down the amount of semifinals, which is great for them, which would prove financially well. So yeah, so that's it for what I that massive of our national finals that I have worked on. In the next couple of videos, I'll be planning on my favorites from each national selection. I'll be planning my videos about a little bit more covers or something like that, and I'll be planning some analysis on some of the entries in Eurovision very soon. I'll be explaining a little bit more about their history as well. I'll be doing a new series maybe soon, but we'll explain it even more once we get to Eurovision season. That is, of course, once we get through May. So we're gonna have a little development there because I'll be busy for a long time. Of course, I have a couple of things to do. So with that out of the way, that's it for my ranking video for all the semifinalists in this year's San Marino Song Contest. So please like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell, and check out my social media link tree. My name is Duncan Nichols. Thank you for watching, and we'll always be united by music. What a wild ride, guys.